لا تنسوا الاعجاب بالفيديو والاشتراك في القناة.
Hey, this is Dr. Ken Berry, family physician, and I want to discuss with you in this short video 10 ways that fasting can save your life. And I'm not speaking euphemistically here. I'm talking about literally save your life. And this video is going to give you tricks and tips and hacks that you can implement immediately into your life right after you watch this video. So stay tuned for this. I think you're really going to enjoy it, and it might save your life. Religions have known for centuries that fasting is a good thing to do, and increasingly modern research is bearing this out. More and more research studies are surfacing and being done that show that fasting for some length of time is not the dangerous thing that we were once taught that it was. Your blood sugar is not going to bottom out. You're not going to die. You're not going to become fatigued and weak and just wither away to nothing. Actually, none of those things happen when you fast. And so in this video, I want to tell you about 10 ways that fasting can actually save your life. It's very common sense that fasting should do this, but big food, big pharma, these guys don't really make any money if you're not eating, because if you're not eating, then you're not spending money on food. And if you're fasting regularly, you're much healthier. So you don't need all of the pills and injections that big pharma might want to sell you. So there's not billions and billions of dollars being thrown at research on fasting, whether it's intermittent fasting or longer fasting. And therefore, it's hard to come by the knowledge that we need as we rediscover this very powerful ancient tool for healing and prevention of disease. Now, let's jump into this video and talk about the 10 ways. And I just want to let you know, I'm actually 24 hours in to a 72-hour fast that I started 24 hours ago. And I've been sipping on sparkling water, black coffee, and I actually have a video on this channel about all the things you can drink while you're fasting. And at the end of this video, it'll pop up either here or here. I can never remember which. And so let's jump into this. Number one, fasting can increase and boost stem cell production in every organ of your body. And you can imagine as you get older, if your brain can actually start to produce new neurons, it has to have stem cells to do that. That's going to decrease your risk of having a stroke. It's going to decrease your risk of dementia. If your heart cells can actually start to redevelop stem cells and get these stem cells boosted and producing again, you can actually form new heart muscle cells, new myocytes. And so if you've had a heart attack in the past, it'd be nice to have new heart muscle cells, wouldn't it? And so boosting your stem cells is one way that fasting can save your life. Number two is fasting is going to decrease your levels of insulin and glucose back down near normal levels or even low normal levels. This is very, very healthy. We know that having high blood sugar is very dangerous and very detrimental to your health. But what we're also discovering is that having chronically high insulin levels is also quite inflammatory and quite damaging to every single tissue in your body, it looks like. So the longer you fast, the more you're going to get the lowered insulin and glucose levels. Some people can get these benefits from fasting just 14 hours a day. And indeed, I linked a study down below. Some people have to fast for 18 hours a day to get this benefit. Some people have to do longer fasts, which I'll also talk about in this video and in other videos on this channel. I advocate really fasting somewhere between 14 hours every day up to and including a 72-hour fast. There's really not much medical and physiological benefit for going more than 72 hours. Some people do and they get benefits, but for most people, somewhere between a 14-hour and a 72-hour fast is going to give you all the benefits that I'm talking about in this video. Number three, you're going to increase your HGH levels back to younger levels. When you were younger, your HGH or human growth hormone levels were quite high. Not dangerously high like you were getting exogenous HGH injected into your bum, but just a higher physiologically normal human growth hormone level. And this actually has an effect on every tissue in your body, from your brain to your eyes to your heart muscle to your liver to your muscles. Everything gets healthier and better, and that could actually save your life with a higher HGH level. Number four, you're going to increase your rates of autophagy. I've talked about this in other videos, but in a nutshell, autophagy is when your body looks for and targets older and damaged cells and recycles them and uses their parts to make new, younger, healthy cells. This helps every tissue and every organ in your body, from your skin to your heart muscle, to be more youthful and to not die. Another way it can save your life. Number 5 is mitophagy. This rhymes with autophagy, but this is dealing with your mitochondria. Inside almost every cell in your body, you have these little mitochondria, thousands of them, and they are the powerhouses of the cell. And as cells get older, they have fewer mitochondria, and they have sick and older and dysfunctional mitochondria. This is one of the reasons that we think that cells don't perform properly as you get older. By fasting from 14 to 72 hours, you can actually raise your percentage of mitochondria that, if they're old or damaged, they're going to be broken down and recycled, and you'll actually make new mitochondria in every cell of your body that has them, and this can literally save your life. Number 6 is fasting. Contrary to what most doctors and healthcare providers thought in the fast, it actually raises your metabolic rate. Yeah, you heard me right. Most docs would say, oh, if you fast, your metabolic rate's going to go down and you won't lose any weight and you'll just get sluggish and slow. Actually, the exact opposite of that is true. Having a higher, more youthful metabolic rate can literally save your life. Number 7, there are multiple studies that show that fasting some period of time can actually reduce your risk of having a heart attack, which is one of the leading causes of death in the modern world. And so if you have a heart attack and die, then you're not alive. If you fast routinely and you don't have that heart attack, then you just didn't die. And that's a good thing. A literal way that fasting can save your life. Number 8, you actually decrease your risk of having a stroke. There's research to show this. I put the links down below. And so if you're fasting on a routine basis, whether that's a intermittent fast each day or whether that's a 3-day, 72-hour fast once or twice a month, you're going to reduce your risk of having a stroke, which is one of the leading causes of death in modern society. Number 10 is you're going to decrease your risk of cancer. Another one of the leading causes of death in the modern society is cancer of any of your body organs. You are going to decrease your risk of cancer by fasting some amount of time each day or each week or each month. Now, I put all the research links down below so you can click on those. This is not me pontificating. This is actually based on actual research, actual common sense, and then looking back at human beings on this planet for the last 200,000 years. Fasting is good for you, and it can save your life in multiple ways. So now, if you enjoyed this video, please take a second and click the subscribe button and the little bell right beside it so that every time I get a bright idea, you'll be one of the very first people to know. All right, guys, this is Dr. Barry. I'll see you next time.
إن أعجبك الفيديو لا تنسى الإعجاب والاشتراك في القناة.